Thanks for watching Film Buff, really, honestly. It's fucking great.
Hello, how's it going everyone? Okay man, so jumping right into the next episode in this 3-episode marathon. First of all, I need to thank all the amazing patrons. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support. Thank you for sticking around. There's a few of you that have stuck around for a long time, even though, Doctor Who's been on hold for these past few months. So, much respect. Thank you. And my plan is to pump these out much faster, right? I really want to get a consistent upload cycle going. That's always the plan, but for one reason or another, it just hasn't really taken off. Like a upload cycle. And a reminder to anyone else, you can get early access and you can get access to full-length reactions now on Patreon. So if you're into that, check it out. But yeah, that's enough of this pre-episode intro. Let's get right into it.
Human design, you got to think about kits. This place was put together like a flat-pack wardrobe, only bigger and easier. Oh, it's a sanctuary base. Deep space exploration. We've gone way out. And listen to that.
I love deep space.
Someone's drilling. Hold on. What does that say?
Translate.
It's weird, it won't translate.
But I thought the TARDIS translated everything, writing as well.
Well, if that's not working, then it means this writing is old. Very old.
Ooh.
Impossibly old. Gone beyond the reach of the
Don't open it. Don't open the door.
And if someone's looking for Oh! Right, hello. Sorry, I was just saying, nice base.
We must feed.
You got a what?
We must feed.
Yeah, they made me nice.
We must feed. We must feed. You, if you are hungry.
Sorry?
You're telling me you don't know where you are?
No idea. More fun that way.
Hi everyone, buckle down, we have incoming. And it's a big one. Weight 0.5 on its way.
Through here. Now, quickly, come on!
I'm liking this, man. Oh, look at this, a full crew.
Oh my god, you meant it.
It's the Eye of Sauron.
That's a black hole.
That's impossible.
I did warn you.
We're standing under a black hole.
In orbit.
We can't be.
You should be pulled right in.
We should be dead.
And yet, here we are. Beyond the laws of physics. Welcome on board.
Oh, I like this.
Out there, what's that? So a bit worse than the storm then.
Just a bit.
Just a bit, yeah.
Just a bit. I love deep space type stuff so much.
Who's that?
Uh-oh. Is there a malicious alien on board?
I saw that lettering written on the wall. Did you do that?
I copied it from fragments we found unearthed by the drilling, but I can't translate it.
No, neither can I. It must say something.
And there was some form of civilization. They buried something. Now it's reaching out, calling us in.
Cool.
As you came. Oh, human beings, you are amazing! Ha! Thank you.
Not at all.
Well, apart from that, you're completely mad. You should pack your bag, get back in that ship and fly for your lives.
Your machine is lost. All I can do is offer you a lift if we ever get to leave this place, and that is the end of it.
I'll put you on the duty roster. We need someone in the laundry.
Okay, we're on a planet that shouldn't exist underneath a black hole. And no way out. Yeah, I've changed my mind. Start worrying about me.
Okay, man, this is shaping up nicely. I'm liking this.
Toby.
Danny, is that you?
No, my dude, it's not Danny.
The beast and his armies shall rise from the pit to make war against God.
I'm sorry?
Apologies. I said, I hope you enjoy your meal.
Yeah.
Beast and army. Okay, okay, okay.
Don't turn around.
Dan. That's not Dan.
Don't look at me.
Who are you?
I have so many names. One look and you will die.
You can't resist though, right?
I'm
Don't do.
close. Don't turn around.
He'll turn around.
Oh, I can touch you.
I'm away from home.
Go that way. Turn right. Keep going for about 500 years. Then you'll reach the Earth.
Can you build another TARDIS?
Never grown, not built. What's my own planet gone? We're kind of stuck.
Well, it could be worse. This lot said they give us a lift.
Then what?
You'd have to get a mortgage.
No.
Oh, yes.
I'm dying. That's it. I'm dying. It is all over.
What about me? I'd have to get one too. I don't know. It could be the same one. We could both. I don't know. Share. Or not. Whatever. I don't know. All sorts of. We'll see. Yeah, but stuck with you. That's not so bad.
Yeah?
Yes.
That was great. I just.
He's awake.
Jeez.
Toby.
No! Stop it! You can't be!
Run, Scooty!
But it says habitation free.
Yeah, well, that's where I am, and I'm telling you, she's not here.
I found her.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Positions! We're going down in 2. Everyone, positions!
And man, great music in this.
I'll see you later.
Not if I see you first.
Some sort of cave, cavern. It's massive.
Well, this should help. Gravity globe.
Oh, oh, look at that. The face.
I've got a nasty feeling the word might be trapdoor. Not a good word, trapdoor. Never met a trapdoor, I might.
The edge is covered with those symbols.
Do you think it opens?
That's what trapdoors tend to do.
He has woven himself in the fabric of your life since the dawn of time. Some may call him Abaddon. Some may call him Thor. Some may call him Satan.
Hey, Captain, it's the Ood.
This is great, man. This is like Oh shit, he's coming. I remember that music. It's from the Christmas special.
Gravity field. It's going. We're losing orbit. We're gonna fall into the black hole.
Oh.
The pit is open, and I am free.
Free. Let's see him. Oh no! It's a two-parter. Okay, that was good, man. I enjoyed that quite a bit. Okay, so see that episode had everything I love about the show. Just such an enjoyable episode, man. You know, that ending, it sets it up nicely for part 2 of this. The pit's been opened. This beast has control of the Ood. I think it's definitely in my top 3 for season 2. You know, I really enjoyed that slow burn pacing they had throughout this episode. It really, you know, it took its time to establish everything. I'm a big fan of the slow burn pacing. You know, if done right, it can be such an enthralling experience. Right from the beginning, I was in, because that setting, man, the deep space setting, oh my god, it's just one of my favorites. And like anything, you know, be it shows, film, books, graphic novels, games, I just love it so much. Films like Alien, Moon, Solaris, Event Horizon, that's, you know, really similar to this. It really felt like there's a lot of similarities going on here. And also The Thing. Now, I know The Thing's not, you know, based in deep space, but, you know, the base in The Thing might as well be the same type of setup, right? It's like this isolated, claustrophobic base that they're kind of, you know, stuck on, and then there's this threat, this unknown threat. Overall, it's such a great episode because it felt so cinematic. It really felt like this could be a sci-fi film on its own. And, you know, the score is another thing that really stood out because the score itself also felt cinematic. You know, that claustrophobic feeling, the interior of a ship or a base in deep space. Oh man, I just love that so much. It just kind of transports me there, you know, especially if it's believable. And for it to be believable, I think it requires a fantastic set design. And I think this episode had that. It really felt like it's been lived in, and it really gave it that visual authenticity. And you know things are going to be exciting if the TARDIS cannot translate a language, or this language. I believe the Doctor called it impossibly old. So right in the first 5 minutes, it had all the ingredients of something really exciting. The Ood, great creature design, you know, great alien design, and they're interesting. They're quite interesting because they're a slave race, right? And they are more than happy to just serve the humans. In fact, I believe Danny said that, you know, they offer themselves up for it. So yeah, that's, you know, kind of interesting. I would love more backstory on them if that's possible. I'm not sure if this is just like a one and done for this two-parter, or if I'm gonna see them again down the line. And just like most deep space exploration stories, there's a great crew. And I thought it was a great introduction to this crew. You know, before I even got the names, I saw them in their element, doing their thing, you know, dealing with this earthquake. Now things got really exciting as the Doctor and Rose find out that they're standing under a black hole in orbit, right? And you know, great acting in that moment because, you know, Tennant's face as he realizes this, you know, he really sold it, man. Great acting. And you know, the Doctor stated a few times that it's impossible. Nothing in the universe can escape it. Hence the name of the episode, I guess, right? The Impossible Planet. But of course, there is something that is making this possible. You know, it is making the impossible possible. And it's this energy source, right? This mysterious energy source that is essentially keeping them from getting, you know, sucked into this black hole. And the source of this is, you know, down below, deep inside. So the Doctor figures out just how much energy is needed to generate that kind of gravity field, that funnel. And it's 6 to the power of 6 every 6 seconds. So 666, satanic reference, right? And later on, you know, they drop Satan. So there's something satanic going on here. Perhaps. You know, speaking of the drilling, Toby is explaining the history of this planet. And, you know, he's talking about how some civilization buried something. And now it's reaching out to them. It's calling them in. In fact, it's a bit of a meta moment, right? Because the doctor says, and you came, you know, and he's got a smirk on his face, you know, it's basically how the audience reacts to this kind of thing, right? Because it's a common trope, right? There's some kind of signal or some kind of, you know, something reaching out, and the humans just have to go and see. They just have to go, man. And you know, usually nothing good really comes out of it. So, you know, things start going a little bit crazy in the second half of the episode. So, you know, so the potential loss of the TARDIS, it made for an interesting scene. You know, the discussion that followed. You know, if the TARDIS is lost, he's lost. Now, of course, I know that he's gonna find it, right? He's gonna find it. But, you know, at that moment, he thinks, you know, it's gone. He thinks it's gone. So, you can see how it affected him. And, you know, it made for, again, like I said before, it made for an interesting discussion. You know, at the table, it was him and Rose. You know, just the thought of potentially getting a house and settling down, it's so foreign to the Doctor, right? He just can't imagine it. He just can't seem to, you know, get his head around the concept of sticking around. You know, that's not his style. That's not what he's used to. And then Rose goes in for a bit more of a serious suggestion, you know, of maybe, you know, getting one together, you know, sharing a house. You know, she tries to mask it as if it's just like, you know, oh, here's an idea. But, you know, you can see that she means it. She's trying it out, you know, she's kind of putting it out there and see how it plays out. Now, essentially, if you look at it, they are living together, right, in the TARDIS, living and traveling together, but it's ambiguous, right? It's ambiguous, and it's on the Doctor's terms. On the flip side, sharing a house in human terms it's a different prospect altogether. You know, the implications are quite clear, right? It's not as ambiguous as staying and traveling in the TARDIS on the Doctor's terms. It got a little bit awkward, but, like, interestingly, he brings up Jackie, right? Rose's mother. At that point, almost as if to remind her that, you know, he is her guide. You know, he's got a responsibility to bring her back. He made a promise to Jackie, and, you know, he chooses this moment to bring that up. You know, but that scene, that conversation does end up on a happy note because, you know, the Doctor said, no, you're stuck here. But, you know, Rose said, it's not that bad. You know, being stuck here with you, it's not so bad. And, you know, the Doctor's got this smile on his face. Actually, the Doctor said the same thing to Madame de Pompadour. You know, at that point, the Doctor thought he's going to be stuck there. But, you know, he said, it's not so bad. It's not so bad because I'm stuck here with you. But it really is a great episode. I just love the fact that, you know, the Doctor and Rose kind of, you know, they're mixed in, you know, with this group. This group also has fantastic characters in there. So, yeah, man, I like I said in the beginning, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. I'm really excited to move on to the next episode. All right, if you enjoyed it, consider dropping a like. Leave your comments. I love hearing from, you know, the long-term Doctor Who fans. I love hearing your thoughts, and I would love to hear how people rank this episode in terms of their, you know, all-time list or their season 2 list. Huge shout out to all the amazing patrons. Thank you so much. You know, for Doctor Who, there's been a few patrons that have been around for a long time. You know, for a long time that have stuck around, and I really appreciate you. In terms of Patreon, you can get early access to the next episode, and also access to full-length reactions. That's something I added recently, and I'm super happy to do it. You know, check out any scene or check out the whole thing. It's entirely up to you. That's about it for this episode. I'm gonna jump right into the next episode, part 2 of this. But yeah, thanks for checking that out. Take it easy.